What does it mean to be a champion? For some, it's a belt, a title, a win. But at Championing Mental Health, it's something deeper. It's choosing to show up, not just in the ring, but in life. It's choosing to speak up, especially when it's hardest to. As the founder of Championing Mental Health, I've seen firsthand what happens when you create space for stories to be told and for people to feel seen. My vision was to create a platform that unites powerful voices and resources to change the trajectory of mental health in boxing. This wasn't just a night of boxing. It was about humanizing and recognizing that the professional boxers that entertain us are human and deserve accessible support and resources for their mental wellness and being.
And second off, Mom, I love you, Mom. It's been a seeing you in a lot of pain, and I love you. I just want to say you're my hero, and you stay strong through every moment. Stay strong, and we're going to get through this. I told you, I'm going to win my fight. I'm going to come home to you, and we're going to win yours. We're going to beat cancer. Stay strong, Mom. I love you.
And my pain, my frustrations, my anger towards the world was just taken out in this beautiful sport, and I feel like without boxing, going through those dark alleys and being in those dark shadows and feeling like, mentally exhausted with the world, like, gosh, it was too much at moments, and boxing adopted me, boxing raised me and helped me a lot.
Everything's a battle up here in the mental. The mind is a devil's playground. The devil's gonna tell you things that you're not good enough, that you're not working hard enough, that you're never going to get to where you want to be. But God is always there to remind you that you can. God made a way, God made a plan, and the mental part is the most important. You could build muscle, you could build cardio, but everything starts in here.
Throughout life, you face a lot of challenges that you have to be stronger with your mental health than with your fists. You have to be mentally strong to train twice, 3 times a day, make weight, to fight. Is really overwhelming, everything. But we're fighters and we go through that. That's what we do. You have to be mentally strong inside the ring as well as the outside of the ring.
The hard work I put in the gym just gives me the confidence mentally to perform in the ring. Athletes are human. We have highs and lows. If you have a strong foundation, God in your life, you could go through anything.
Their stories matter. Their voices deserve to be heard. And they deserve more than a platform. They deserve a real, practical, ongoing wellness support. That's what Championing Mental Health is all about. We're not just putting on shows, we're building a movement. And the fight has only just begun. Every detail mattered. Every moment was intentional. From the weigh-ins to the walkouts, you can feel the purpose of the night. This wasn't just fight week. This was a statement, a movement. One of the underlining visions of this event was the fighter's experience, from day one to fight night. And many don't know that generally fighters are expected to sell tickets. Fighters are expected to do a certain amount of things that have to help promote the show. One of the things that I wanted to do for these fighters was to have zero expectations from them. And that was, you're a fighter. I want you to train and I want you to show up on fight night and give the best that you can. And that's what I did for these fighters. And I can't tell you what an impact that had on them. I had no idea it was going to have. One of the fighters came up to me and actually was on the brink of crying, saying, "Thank you so much for not making me sell a ticket. You have no idea how much pressure that puts on us as fighters."
We have a great partner in an organization called Athletes for Hope, and they've stepped up to the plate. We wanted an action-based plan, and every fighter on this card has free access to therapy for 1 full year.
So Fight Week started at New Generation Boxing in Linwood, California, where we had fighters come out, we had physicians come out, we had doctors come out, and we came to support about 20 to 30 local kids that came out to the gym to interact with the fighters, to learn a little bit about mental health, self-confidence. They got to train with the fighters, they got to get autographs, take pictures, and more importantly, we got to connect with them. We got to connect with local gyms that are really putting in the work. And the grassroots of all this is the local gym, are the kids that are just starting to get into this. So a big purpose of championing mental health is also to start very early, and that is at the local gyms.
Today I think it was a really good experience. Learning about my mental health has really helped me a lot in my being mentally strong.
This event made me feel good, made me feel more confident, and like what everybody told me was like, it felt me like made me feel more better. Like it made me like put in my head for like later on.
One of the unique things from visiting New Generation Boxing was the kids got to hear directly from the fighters and doctors and therapists about mental health. The fighters spoke about their own lives and talked about being vulnerable and talked about being self-confident and talked about how actually speaking up is power, is strength, and is not weakness. And also just hearing from the physicians was like super important in regards to actually getting fair advice and understanding advice from true physicians who dedicated their time and their energy to come and talk with the kids.
Hi, my name is Nancy Rodriguez with WBC and WBC Cares. We're here today at NGBA talking to the kids about the importance of mental health. This is our first event with championing mental health, and honestly, I feel so motivated and so happy to see the kids smile. They all listen, and this is the beginning of a bigger mission that we all have to be able to spread, not only spread kindness, but spread awareness on mental health and the importance of it.
Happy to be a part of this event, putting mental health awareness on the map. You know, a lot of the things that we don't really talk about, and especially experiencing everything else with the kids, because you know the battle is not always in the physical, but is in the spiritual as well.
I'm Dr. Mina Mirholm. I'm a board certified psychiatrist and chief well-being officer for Athletes for Hope. And I've just been really excited about our championing mental health event that we're doing here on Thursday, partially because we've been working with athletes. You know, we have over 10,000 athletes in our network at Athletes for Hope. And we've been hearing a lot over the years how fighters, especially in the boxing world, don't often have great access to mental health care. And as a psychiatrist, I care a lot about it. For us as an organization, we're excited to be able to partner with this event, with 555 Media and with Championing Mental Health, to be able to see how can we bring more awareness to that boxing world, to make sure that somebody who is training day in and day out, trying to make sure that they're in tip-top physical shape, can also have their mind be in tip-top shape too. Because oftentimes, whether you get into a fight and you don't really do what is as well as you wanted to, or doesn't go your way, the recovery process, half of that is mental. Gearing up for it is also mental. Being in the right headspace to do your best, a lot of that takes mental support the same way it takes physical support too. So we've been super pumped about this event, and we're excited to be able to make sure we can support more fighters in their whole healthcare journey.
Day 2 of fight week was media day, where we got to train and do media at the greatest gym in the world, Wildcard Boxing in Hollywood, California, the house that Freddie Roach built. We were so honored that they hosted us and shut down the entire gym for us, while the legend himself, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao, was training downstairs. It was a great moment for the fighters, for the team, and to just have media there and to have our fighters there interacting with one of the greatest fighters of all time and hosting their own media day. Being able to put their skills on display at Wildcard Boxing was just a serene moment for everybody. Day 3 was the weigh-ins. Again, a very awesome setting for our fighters. Hollywood, California, rooftop of the Kimpton, beautiful day in Southern California. It was live streamed for the world to see. We had Lupe Contreras out there, we had Ellie out there, we had Sofia Gutierrez out there. And each fighter got to sit down with the team and be interviewed and talk about, again, their profession, their life, their journey on a live stream broadcast for all to see. The day finally came. It was fight day. Thursday, May 22nd in Hollywood, California, at the historic Avalon Hollywood. We had same-day setup because they had an event the night before. We had to transform this historic venue into a complete boxing venue in just 8 hours. But our team did it. Our team was dedicated, and everyone was on board with what we were going to pull off that night. From the fighters, to the production team, to the setup team, to all the people, the ring organizers, everyone came together that day. And it was, again, a monumental moment for what we were doing. Everything aligned. The stars aligned. The fighters were ready. The fans came in, they didn't know what to expect. They came in and they felt it. Everyone felt the purpose that night. Everyone felt that it was more than just a boxing event, that we were actually about to set off something that was going to be historic. And each fighter knew that it was special. Each fighter knew that they were the first fighter to be on Championing Mental Health, the very first show. But I don't want to just sit here talking about it. I want to show you what happened that night.
And tonight, we shine a light on the future stars of the sport and on an important topic as we are championing mental health live here on DAZN. And we welcome you inside the beautiful Avalon in Hollywood, right on the corner of Hollywood and Vine, right along the Hollywood Walk of Fame. A beautiful night for boxing here in Los Angeles.
Championing mental health, a night in boxing.
Big shout out to Anthony, the vision behind all this. Championing mental health. We're going to keep inspiring a lot of different people. We're going to travel the world and inspire those and support everybody who needs it. So shout out to Championing Mental Health because we're making a very big impact in this world.
Championing mental health, the Avalon Hollywood exceptional night. Let's go!
It was important and will continue to be important to join forces with collaborators and partners with meaningful organizations and individuals who are truly committed to this mission. Together, we're using the power of boxing to shine a light on one of this generation's greatest struggles. This is only the beginning. We're taking CMH to the next level. Multiple shows a year in multiple cities across the country because the need is real. The stakes are so high. This isn't just about survival, it's about being alive. Like Aristotle once said, the ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than the mere survival.